Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. We've got another Dominaria United collector booster box. Just got 6 more of these in, not from a sealed case or anything, just from random sellers on the internet. And we've got a smashed box. So we'll see how this goes. Everything's fully sealed. I don't see any issues with it. That's the case number in case you're wondering. It's just puffy. So some people think that the damaged boxes are better. We'll find out. So we'll go ahead and crack this open and just make sure there's no damage to the actual packs. So our box topper is intact. That's a good thing. Wouldn't want that to get damaged. Sarcastically, he said. Yeah, so all of these look fine. I don't see any issues with it. So we've got our 12 packs. We've got our box topper. Let's go ahead and pop this open and see what uncommon we get today. It is Tobias, Doom Conqueror. Poor guy. He's doomed. All right, pack number 1. I'm still hunting for my first Lost Legends card. I've been doing Magic long enough. I actually have some Legends cards. All right, so we're going to start things off with a Flowstone Kavu, a Mana Worker, Illusionist, Impulse, Berserker, Blight Pile. Then we get our Island. Then we get Rada Coalition Warlord coming in the etched foil, or textured foil. Then we got a Valiant Veteran. Really glossy. All right. A Llanowar Loam Speaker. Turu, Kennerid Sky Knight. Torwalkie, everybody's favorite. Then we get a Braids Arisen Nightmare. Very nice. Then a Carplusion Forest. Followed by a Vidalian Mind Singer. And then a Phyrexian in the back. All right, so pack number 1. Not the best, but that's okay. We've gotten it out of the way, so from here on out, it's nothing but $50 packs, right? Oh, we're not opening Double Masters 2022. My bad. All right, Radiant Grove, got a Marsh, got a Badger, got a Bellow, got a Connoisseur, got a Sky Knight, and a Plains. So we get Shana Purifying Blade, Mythic showing up in textured, very nice. Got the Temporary Lockdown, followed by the Primeval Spawn from the Commander set, followed by a Zoya Aeronaut in regular foil. Then we get Tobias again, this time in all of his glory. And then we got Sten Paranoid Partisan, followed by Liliana of the Veil. Very nice to see that. Very cool. And then we get a Vesuvian Duplimancy showing up as our extended art in foil. Very good hit for both of those. So I'm going to take just to have a second and put Liliana and our Vesuvian Duplimancy into soft sleeves. So I make sure they go into hard cases immediately following the video. So both of those are going to be really good hits from the set. Liliana has dropped a little bit in value since the release. Extinguish the Light, Declares War, Exploration. Then we get a Swamp. And then we get Mons, Warren Chief coming in here in texture. Followed by Caves of Kolios. And an Iridian Maelstrom showing up from the Commander set. Nice picture there. Then we get Hand of Hatred. Followed by General Marholt. And then Ohabi Caleria with Rivaz the Claw and a Caves of Kolios again, but this time in full borderless foil, that is. All right, I've got a Johnny on the back. Would love to see that in Phyrexian. All right, no legend. Mountain. We've got Radadrapic of Urborg showing up in texture with Vidalian Mind Singer again, this time in regular frame. Come apart. And then a Defiler of Instinct. And then a Steward of Tides. All right, then we got General Marholt again. The Lady again. And Tetsuo Imperial Champion coming in from Commander. Then Dubious Monarch. Good old Squee. I must say, the chase of opening these packs and potentially seeing a Lost Legend really does get me excited for opening these. I kind of knew what to expect from Double Masters after a while, but you just never know with one of these. All right, so we got Bone Rattle in texture, and then we got Karn coming in here. Not the best Karn, but still in foil. Planeswalker, Mythic. Very nice to see that. And if I can separate him from the card behind him, we get ourselves a Griffin coming in from Commander, Golden Wind, and then Fury Rider. These cards just want to stay together. Torwaki, Tankar Armorer, Yavimaya Coast, and then the Thran Portal in all of its extension with foil. All right, Monstrosity, Swarm, Phalanx, Cavalier, Survey, Stormrunner, Island, Sadistic Pilgrim here in textured foil. I do want to point out this is the only uncommon textured foil currently valued over $2. It's at $3.59. Then we get Danitha, Benalia's Hope, followed by Chaotic Transformation, and then Rona, Sheoldred's Faithful. There's Tobias again. It's the exact same card, only in non-foil from our box topper. And then Shaper of Sand, followed by Danitha, Benalia's Hope, and a Guardian of New Benalia. So that was a Benalia pack. Little zombie action in the back there. Fire NATO, the Grotto, Momentum. Just another fun card, the Phoenix Chick. Who doesn't want an army of flaming chickens? Too bad this wasn't one of those cards where you could have an unlimited number of these. That would just be fun. All right, the Queen, Plains. We get Vidalian Desecrator in textured. Drag to the bottom. Followed by another Guardian. Weatherlight Stalwart. This guy. Shaper of Sand. Bearer of Blades. And Anointed Peacekeeper. Got ourselves the Evil Bird, Snare Spinner, Islet, Hammerhand, Espionage, Coalition, Joined Forces, the Swamp, and then we get Braids in textured coming in here. That's a pretty good hit in the textured foil arena, over $10. Then we get a Thran Portal, followed by a Llanowar Green Widow, then the Coalition Warlord, Jasmine, also featured in box toppers a lot, then Orca Siege Demon, Caves of Kolios, and a Plaza of Heroes coming in here in foil, full extension, over $10 in value. Very cool to see that. So that was a pretty decent pack there. Seeing two cards valued over $10. They seem to kind of come in pairs. Now, if only every pack had that, these would be a much better value. All right, they got the Geyser, the Warhorse, Into the Pit, Destroy Evil. Very fun card to play, creating all your bird tokens. Micromancer, an Island, Scion of Afara in texture, Vidalian Hexcatcher, followed by Ragefire Hellkite, then Elias again in non-texture, General Marholt, Rasputin coming in here from Commander, and then the Echo Warrior with a Sulfuria Springs in the back. All right, 3 packs to go, 3 chances to go. I do have another 5 boxes in my possession that I'll open at some point, just not today. All right, we got ourselves a Tide Turner, Shield Wall, Crusher, Thrill, Bone Rattle, Atrocity, the Forest, Hand of Hatred in textured, Paranoid Partisan, Greenslave's Maro-Sorcerer coming in here. Not a high value hit. I thought that was one of the ones we were looking for from the Commander set. Then we get a Blood Fist of Keld, Doomed Conqueror again, Primeval Warden, Ah, there we go. Got ourselves the Phyrexian Ajani coming in here. Very nice to see that. Um, yeah, over $10. This is the good one. There's 370 and there's 371. This is card number 370, so that's over $10. And then we get a Scholar of Antiquity in the back with a Sapperling. So Johnny's going to go ahead and get the soft case, if I can open it up there. Very cool to see that. It's my first Phyrexian out of 2 set boxes, 1 draft box, and 1 collector. All right, Sleeper, Steel Crusher, Abomination, Repossession, Cut Down, Hand of Hatred, Forest, Tatiana, Chaotic Transformation, Vidalian Hexcatcher, good card from the set, Vidalian Desecrator, the other guy, Ramirez, followed by Ivy Gleeful Spell Thief, Soul of Windgrace, Mythic, and then Ashana Purifying Blade, also Mythic. All right, last pack, last chance. Here we go. All right, Stall for Time, Shore Up, Timely Interference, Hexbane Tortoise, Combat Research, Coalition Sky Knight, no Legends card, Mountain, Aaron Benalia's Ruin, Llanowar Loam Speaker, Bladewing Deathless Tyrant coming in from Commander, Battle Mage Captain. Really? Okay, so now we've seen 5 of him, I think. We got an Orca Siege Demon, Zira Golden Sting, so the bee in the dress. And then we finish it off with a full extended Leyline Binding coming in here. Very good hit to go out on. And then a soldier in the back. So stay tuned. I'm going to run all the numbers and be right back with the MTG box analysis. Let's start things off by taking a look at how this box was distributed for the main Dominaria United set. This chart shows all the non-foils we saw in green, the foils we saw in orange, and the set in gray. Based on the data, we can see that this box contained 8 non-foil showcase cards, 4 borderless cards, 1 Phyrexian, 12 textured foils, and 7 extended art cards. In the foil space, we saw between 11 and 15 cards from each of the 5 primary colors of Magic, as well as 2 foil borderless and 7 foil extended art cards. Now let's do the same thing for the Dominaria United Commander subset. The only foil we saw in this box was our box topper, Tobias the Doom Conqueror. This box did contain 12 regular framed non-foil cards from the multicolor category, as well as 11 etched foils and 5 extended art cards. Pivoting back to the main set, in this box we saw 32 unique non-foil cards, which accounts for about 23% of the 141 cards we were eligible to see. In the foil space, we saw 113 unique cards, giving us 31% of the 366 cards we were eligible to see. We saw the only colorless card in the set, the Karn, as well as 100% of the full art stained glass lands. Aside from that, our highest coverage was in blue, with 39% of the cards making an appearance. This box contained 24 unique non-foil cards from the Dominaria United Commander subset. This accounts for 39% of the 66 cards we were eligible to see. In the foil space, our coverage numbers are quite low, as the only foil that we saw was our box topper. In the previous box, we saw 4 foils from the Commander set. Pivoting the coverage by rarity, in the collector booster boxes, we can't see any non-foil commons, but we are eligible to see 40 uncommons, 74 rares, and 27 mythics. In this box, we saw 9 uncommons for 23% coverage, 19 rares for 26% coverage, and 4 mythics for 15% coverage. In the foil space, we covered 48% of the commons, 36% of the uncommons, 18% of the rares, and 8% of the mythics. In total, this box contained 53 rares and 10 mythics if you combine the Dominaria United and the Commander subset. This box contained 181 total cards if you include the box topper. The only duplicates from the Dominaria United main set were the full art stained glass lands. Now this should be expected in a collector booster box because there's only 5 variants and 12 packs per box. Therefore, 7 of the 152 Dominaria United cards were repeats, giving us a duplication rate of 5%. In the commander space, we saw 29 total cards. Of these, 4 were repeated, including good old Tobias, which means that our duplication rate was much higher in the commander space at 14%. Now let's take a look at all the cards we were eligible to see in a collector booster box of Dominaria United by value. Currently, there are 23 cards valued over $10, 21 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 80 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 344 cards that we're eligible to see are all valued less than $1. On the Dominaria United side, the 407 cards that we can see in a collector booster box are valued at $835 in their non-foil form. And on the commander side, the 66 cards that we can see have a combined value of $115.57. But given the coverage rates for the commander cards, I fully expect most of the commander cards to continue to fall in value. Now let's take a look at the value that we saw in this box, starting off with the non-foil space. We saw 4 hits valued over $10, including the textured foil Braids Arisen Nightmare at $10.90. We saw the Phyrexian Ajani Sleeper Agent at $14.64. And then we saw the borderless Liliana of the Veil valued at $37.06. And from the commander set, we saw the extended art Green Sleeves Maro-Sorcerer, currently valued at $13.99. We also saw 2 cards valued between $5 and $10, as well as 10 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 44 non-foils were all valued less than $1. And here's a look at the value that we saw in this box in the foil space. We saw 3 big hits valued over $10, including the extended art Plaza of Heroes at $14.64, the extended art Vesuvian Duplimancy at $17.04, and the extended art Leyline Binding in our last pack for $22.68. We also saw 3 cards valued between $5 and $10, as well as 20 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 96 foils in the box were all valued less than $1. So how did this box perform? Well, I purchased this box during pre-order season from Card Kingdom for $264.99, not including tax. Today we opened up 12 packs with 15 cards each, seeing a total of 181 cards. In the commander set, we saw $28.07 in value from the 28 non-foil cards we saw. In the foil space, our box topper was valued at 32 cents. From the Dominaria United main set, the 32 non-foils have a combined value of $103.42. And the 120 foils from the main set have a value of $135.15. This brings the grand total, not including tokens, up to $266.97, which is a gain, but only of $1.98. Now, for those interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, 21 of the 181 cards are valued over $2, but they do have a combined value of $188.23. This means that 71% of the value from this box was from high dollar cards. And there you have it, another Dominaria United collector booster box under our belts. If you're still watching, be sure to subscribe to the channel, as I've already filmed the next collector booster box opening, and it's really good. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, do something amazing.